And you are there. I'm kidding. Friday and Jack Fox here. I'm gonna just get started. So where I left off is when Inko was training Deku. Oh shit. Inko was training Deku on using the abilities that are listed here. So everyone will, if you guys saw, one person actually commented and said Deku should get one for all, because I forgot to mention this, but when Deku's done using the abilities of his previous lives, he forgets what happens. So that means if he uses one attack or all, if he uses one attack, he blacks out for a second and then wakes up and forgetting what actually happened. But if he uses all of them, he literally passes out. So yes, that happens. Deku is training, and you guys will care about Deku a lot more when I'm telling you guys about the day he saved a child from, actually, hold up. Let's get this started. So Deku is like doing his morning jog, actually no, his jog, like after school, because school still happened.
So I messed up at this part, so basically I meant to say that a little girl and her mother were playing outside and having fun like normal, until the little girl's mother kicked a ball that they were playing a little too harsh, and it accidentally kicked the ball to the road, and the little girl said, "I'll go get it," as the mother told her not to, and she will go get it. But the little girl was already on her way. As Deku jogged by, he saw a incoming car ready to hit the little girl. As he literally books it to the little girl, grabbing her and ducking, like diving forward where she was in the playground, making sure she was covered. As the car slammed and hit Deku literally in the ankle, causing him so much pain. As the mother runs up and says, "Sweetie, are you okay?" She said, "Yeah." "But are you okay, mister?" As Deku said, "Of course I am. I'm just happy that someone's safe." As he lets go of the little girl as she runs to her mom, and Deku literally limps over there and gets the ball that she wanted back. And here's a small blooper.
Kid, you were very rough. Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine. Thank you, mister, for saving mommy. The little girl said, "Oh, why did I give the little girl a mafia accent? Oh dear." So he waves off and continues his jog. This was literally recorded by one of the witnesses and posted. Ah, shit. Probably this will be 1.8 maybe. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so Midoriya comes home and Inko literally smacks him across the head, saying, "You use your strength when you were being smart ass, aren't you?" "But Ma, you told me not to use my quirk or my power. I don't even know if I had a quirk."
Another blooper.
So I'll be out again. Bye. Be safe and don't use your power or quirk, whatever you want to say at this point. I give up on trying to say it. As Midoriya runs off and when he goes to the beach and starts training himself, he finds a small, skinny, blonde man, and this is All Might. And next to him is a guy with black hair and stripes of yellow on his bangs, and a boy with blonde hair and blue dot eyes. Midoriya looks at this strangely, and he figures out that the skinny blonde man, is All Might, and the guy next to him with blonde stripes is none other than Sir Night-Eye. But he has no clue who's the young man next to them. As Midoriya decides to ignore them and continue training by pushing a giant load well, the giant refrigerator that All Might decides to compact into a small box from the anime.
Yeah, so Deku decides to overwork himself, and All Might, Mirio, and Tsunade sees this, but he doesn't overwork himself so far. He just overworks himself for he could be quicker, more faster. As Deku trains his best to make sure he's in tip-top shape for the entrance exam. As all three of them, they were on the porch of the beach, where Deku was up on the mountain of the trash. Yeah, so they were up there and they were walking down, amazingly, apparently. Actually, no. They walk down and they ask if he's Izuku Midoriya, because Izuku looks different. He's as tall as Ida, I would say, and as muscular, well, closely muscular as Mirio. And Deku said, of course, bowing to Tsunade, mainly bowing to Tsunade, saying, of course, Tsunade, because he doesn't want to talk to All Might because he crushed his dreams, but he doesn't know the other guy. And he greets himself to the other guy, which Tsunade and Mirio figured out that Deku's purposely not talking to All Might. Tsunade looks at All Might with the face like, what the fuck did you do? As All Might tried to talk to Deku, but Deku just completely ignores All Might, but pays attention to Tsunade and Mirio, which it hurts Deku, but he gets over it quickly because he still remembers how All Might treated him, how All Might crushed his dreams. So when Tsunade asks what happened with the Sludge Villain and what was Adamant's power, Deku explains the soul theory, that if a soul has enough willpower to want to help people in their life still, they could force themselves to be reborn into another being. As they look at this astonished, and Deku said, I guess I'm part of that theory because I was reborn literally 5 times over. This is my 6th reborn. I was reborn several times. At this point, I wonder if that's a quirk. Apparently not, because I have no quirk. But I don't remember what happened. Could someone literally enlighten me what happened with the Sludge Villain exactly? Because I have no clue what happened. As Mirio pulls out his phone and shows the recording of Deku fighting the Sludge Villain with immense power that caused the water to change into a light drizzle. And he sees these 5 beings, not 4. Get it together. Ow, why did I have to slap myself? As Deku says, oh, so that's why my mother has been training me. And that explains why she said these 5 beings. No. Deku says, oh, so those are the 5 beings I heard about. Oh. Well, I think I know their abilities, but I can't control them, and it causes me to black out if I use one of their abilities, or full out passes out. Either goes into a coma-like state where he could be knocked out for an entire day if he uses all of the abilities. As Miro asks how does he know all this, it's because he tried it out. As Midoriya said, I tried it out one day and it caused me to black out for an entire day when I tried to use all of the abilities. So I try not to do that. Instead, I just use one ability so it causes me to black out for like a few seconds or minutes. I forgot. I would say a few seconds, because I black out for like 5 seconds, and then I wake up. Bad part is I forget what happens, so that's the backdraw of it. And it's kind of hard for me to explain, because if I try to explain and try to use this ability that I have, it will cause me to black out or full out be in a coma-like state for an entire day. So that's why I am forbidden of using this ability, but I still train with it to make sure I do train my body for it could be like in tip-top shape for the entrance exam, but also train the quirks separately to make sure I do not go overboard. I just use a small percentage of the abilities, which causes me to feel dazed and feel nauseous for a little while. But if I get used to that nauseous and dazed feeling, I will get used to my quirk, or so called. Yeah, guys, this will be like part 1 maybe.